Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Once again, welcome to another great Monday Night Live with MWR Financials. This is going to be a special one tonight. I'm so excited for everybody who's joining this platform. Listen, go ahead and send out those last-minute texts, make those last-minute phone calls. This is one for the record books. You don't want to miss this one. No question about it. Got phenomenal speakers for you tonight. A lot of great information to share. Let us get ready. Let's see who's joining the platform from which part of the country. My name is Gerald W. Parker. I'm so excited to be a part of this presentation with you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, this is the greatest time to be alive in the country, in this country, in the United States of America. We've got a chance to do something big. You're going to hear and see tonight why and what is happening with the explosion with MWR Financial all across this country. It is, again, an exciting time. So let us see who's out there. There's my good friend, Daryl Banks, Raleigh, North Carolina. Welcome to the platform, sir. Let's see who's out there. Miss Cassandra Wooten, North Carolina, representing tonight. Goldsboro, North Carolina. Brooklyn's in the house. Welcome. Who else is with us, guys? Give me a few more. Atlanta, Georgia. Miss Jones, welcome to the platform. Who else is there, guys? All right, here we go. Miguel, ¿cómo está, my friend? Welcome. All right, good deal. We've got Gonzalez, yes. Texas in the house as well. Way to go, Rena. Hello from, Rachel, Pittsburgh. Okay, you guys are getting it in. I'm going for 50 tonight before we get off this platform. So, City out of Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. Who else have we got, guys? We're representing all over the country. Spartanburg, South Carolina. Renee, Miss Collins, welcome to the platform. Guys, who else is out there? I need a few more. Miami, Florida's in the house. Good deal. Well, okay. Who else is there? Who else is there, guys? I know we've got more coming. Delaware in the house. Welcome. We've got a great deal of Hispanic participation tonight. Forgive me for not being able to pronounce all the names properly, but I'm going to do my best. Antelope, California, Antelope Valley. Welcome. We got Miss Owens out of Maryland there. Phoenix, Arizona. Miss Gibbs, welcome to the platform, ma'am. Who else is out there? Bruce Cross, North Carolina. Welcome, Mr. Cross. Guys, who else is out there? Baltimore, Maryland. Tevin, welcome, guys. Who else is there? Let's give me a few more before we transition over. All right, there's that. Michigan or Maine, Portland, Oregon. Wow, Gloria, welcome to the platform. Guys, who else have we got? Selma, Alabama. All right, Mr. Nix, welcome to the platform. Give me a few more guys, and we're going to transition over here. But I tell you what, listen. Syracuse, New York, welcome. Miss Lopez, Randy Christian, my good friend out of Greeley, Colorado, welcome. And that's Colorado again. Welcome to the platform. Raleigh, North Carolina, Tori, welcome to the platform. Guys, who else is out there? Give me a few more. Give me the city, give me the state in which you're plugging in from. This platform is loading up, guys. This is packed. Again, with the time you've got left, send out those last-minute texts, make those last-minute phone calls. Mr. Hunter, always good to see you, sir, out of Michigan. Give me one or two more, guys. All right, Northern Virginia, Angela, welcome to the platform. One more. We're going to transition over. There he is, Perry Seals, Georgia. Miss Lovey Sullivan, Tampa, Florida. Guys, listen, let's get to it. Once again, my name is Gerald W. Parker. I'm excited to be a part of this presentation with you tonight. This is a special Monday Night Live corporate event, and we've got a lot of information to share with you tonight. So let's get to it, and let me bring on our first speaker for this evening. But ladies and gentlemen, hang around. Listen, while this gentleman is coming on, make those last-minute phone calls. Send out those last-minute texts. You want everybody, whether they're in this business or not, they need to see and hear what they're going to see and hear tonight. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be exciting. So let's get to it. I have the pleasure and privilege of bringing on the CEO and founder of MWR Financial. This gentleman, listen, I've never met a man that has such compassion for the average everyday person. He made a commitment 5 years ago to build a company that would fit the needs of the average everyday person, to give the average man a chance to win. He's always been that way. I've known him for 17 years and nothing changes with this guy. He always wants to reach back and find a way to help other people succeed. And he's done that in the creation of this company that you're going to hear about tonight, MWR Financial. Now, this is his fourth go around. When I say fourth go around, he's built 4 multi-million-dollar companies. So he's got this thing down to a science. He's a visionary leader. Not only that, his forward-thinking leadership has helped make MWR Financial the fastest growing financial strategies company in this country. And he's made a commitment to create more millionaires with this opportunity than ever existed in the history of this industry. And we're well on our way. And you're going to get proof of that tonight. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the platform the CEO and founder of MWR Financial, Mr. Brian T. House.
Hey, buddy.
Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, good to see you, man. I'll tell you what, Gerald, thank you so much. You always bring so much energy to these things, and you get me fired up just listening to you take intros and everything you do. So listen, I appreciate you a bunch, man. But we've got some fun stuff to talk about tonight, and I wanted to get on here because we want to recognize somebody really special, a special guest that we're going to have tonight. But we also have some announcements, some things that we want to talk about, some things that are coming up, some things, some enhancements that have been done that maybe some people aren't aware of, and a little bit of housekeeping that we need to cover. So we're going to try to address all of those things tonight. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited because I'm going to tell you, last month and this month already have been record-breaking months of growth for MWR Financial. And it has been nothing short of phenomenal. As a matter of fact, in the last 45 days, and you guys are going to start seeing this, we're going to start really, because we did our enhancement to our compensation plan, because ranks are now determined by your level of daily guarantee, we ended up having to revamp our recognition portion in our back office and how we track that information so that we can properly recognize people as they hit different levels. And so that's been completed. We now have a system in place to be able to do that. But in the last 45 days, when we ran that report, just for 45 days, there have been over 466. There's been not over, but 466 promotions that have happened, rank advancements that people have went from 0 to executive director to 2-star to 3-star to 4-star to 5-star executive director to regional to 2-star regional to 3-star regional. Okay. And you're going to get to meet somebody very special tonight that has set an unbelievable record for our millionaire residual income qualification, which is when you hit a 2-star regional director. And I'm not going to give away too much of it, but I will tell you that the previous record, and this was based off of an old comp plan. It was based off of not necessarily having all of our messaging the way it is now. And I'm not going to absolutely not take away anything from the accomplishment of our top money earner in this company, Mr. Brian Bean, who held that record. But I know he is just as excited for this gentleman we're going to hear from tonight, who literally, it took Brian about 3 months to do that. And this gentleman did it in 21 days.
Wow.
21 days. $280 a day, went from 0 to $280 a day. Okay. And a 2-star regional director. And then 21 days after that, he promoted to a 3-star regional director at $400 per day and $12,000 per month. And so I've already given away a bunch about him, but we're going to bring him up here in just a little bit. But before we do that, I'm going to bring up my co-host, Gerald. And listen, I know you're seeing this too. I know you're seeing with your team, a ton of those promotions are on in your organization, and with the leadership of Fernando Ramirez and Anna Rodriguez. And I'm going to mention names and I'm going to get in trouble, but just some phenomenal leadership that you have along with your assistants as the leader you are, Gerald. And I think you even had a rank promotion here not too long ago. So
yeah, well, Brian, the secret is out as it relates to MWR Financial. It seems like the world is waking up to understand what we're bringing to the table, and this movement is just exploding. And I've seen growth in our company since day one, but I've never seen growth like this at this clip, this speed. To see the promotions with the adjustments in the comp plan, to take a guy that we're going to see tonight that goes from 0 to $280 a day and then jumps to $400 a day. I mean, in a 40-day span, it's unheard of. There's nothing out there that can match what we've got, what we bring to the table as a way of tools, systems, and expert, and then to add to it a comp plan that's built for speed. If a person actually really seriously wants to be free in every aspect of their life, whether it be financially or just time freedom, we've got a vehicle in a real way that can help people accomplish that. And that's what excites me so much about what I'm seeing. And I'm so proud of this young man, and what he's done. It's unreal, man. It is incredible. I mean, crazy good.
Yes, no, I agree. And that's kind of our topic for tonight too. When one of the things we're going to be talking about, and I want to bring up our co-host here in just a second. But that's there he is, and Damo is president of Field and Leadership Development. But Dom, listen, that was our topic for tonight too: is how you can build a 6-figure residual income. And I'm going to mess up the title, but literally in days, weeks, or months instead of years or decades, and how you could actually do it in 21 days. And I don't think there's anybody better to hear from than the gentleman we've got on for today. But listen, before we get to him, before we bring up our special guest who is phenomenal, I want to kind of turn it over to you, because I know there's some things you wanted to go over that you wanted to announce in regards to some enhancements that we have in our back office. And then obviously we need to talk about something else. And that is, we have a huge event coming up. And Damo.
Right. No, absolutely. And I do. But before we do that, I want Gerald to be here too, because and I know we have so many things going on and so many good things, but unfortunately we had some sad news that was absolutely shocking for us. And Brian and I, just so you know, when we found out, one of our leaders who was really just passionate about MWR and what we do, he unexpectedly passed away, and he was a good friend of mine. And but dang it, I was ready. I was not going to do this, but anyway, he passed away. So Jeff Santos unfortunately passed away, but here's the great thing about our business. It can be willed and transferred to your kids, whoever you want to inherit it. And his 2 daughters, we didn't want to make any announcement until we spoke to his daughters and we found out, exactly what they wanted to do and what they needed and those kind of things. So they said they want to keep his dream alive, and they want to see that the income can continue to perpetuate. So, excuse me. So they're going to keep those positions. They're going to keep his position going. And what was so incredible is when I talked to some of his leaders, how they made an extra commitment, a deeper level commitment to make Jeff's dreams come true through his kids, through his daughters. So powerful. I know he sent you, Brian. I talked to him just 2 days before, and he sent you. I'm sorry, I can't even believe I was good.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I'm going to read what he sent me, and this was just a little bit before, and it's sad because Jeff has been at every event. He's been involved with the company. He's helped us on the back end on things sometimes, and never asked for anything. He was just there as a servant leader and somebody we have a ton of respect for. And I'm gonna try to read something that he sent me, and this was just days before he had passed. And it says, Brian, I have been committed to a mission before. I was committed so much that I was with the same company from 1996 to 2018. In 2018, I learned of MWR and MWR's mission and realized that mission was more in alignment with my values than my previous mission. So after prayer and meditation, I changed direction. Now I am even more committed to the mission of MWR than I ever was the mission of my previous company. I can't imagine being anywhere else or doing anything else. Here, I help my family by helping other families straight up, and I trust the leadership here very much. It is such a blessing. And to get that message and then get the news that we got the other day, one, his message was very timely, and he had a way of doing that. He would send me little messages every once in a while, and it didn't matter what kind of day I had. Everything he ever sent me was so uplifting, Dom. And it just made me feel that much better about what we do. And so Jeff will be sorely missed, but here he will never be forgotten. I can tell.
Right. So if we can just give a big love and shout out, go to his page, Jeff Santos on Facebook, and let's just give him some MWR love, and that would be great. Yeah. So, Brian, with that, I had to get that so it would just be,
yeah, you know, yeah, I know. So,
but
he was a great man.
Yeah, he was.
And I met him through you and Brian. I'll tell you what, but a solid guy. Yeah, solid as the day is long. So he'll be well missed. Right.
And I just asked too, guys, that all of you keep his family in your prayers, because I know, you know, we're going to miss him, but I can't imagine having him as a father, as a friend, people that were so much closer even than what we were, Dom, that the impact it's had on their lives. So definitely keep them in your prayers. But with that, I know he want us. I know he want us.
Well, I know he told us. Yes, absolutely. He wants, because he understood the mission and he wants to see it executed. So with that said, we have a tremendous event, like you talked about, Brian, that's going to be at the Mirage in Las Vegas. Wait, give me a moment. I'm good.
Well, I'll cover you here a second because I understand. But guys, this event is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And this is not going to be an event where you're going to see a ton of announcements. I'm just going to throw that out there, Dom, right now. But I'm going to tell you, you don't want to miss it for the simple reason that there is going to be an unbelievable amount of recognition. I firmly believe that at this event, we will recognize more millionaire residual income ring earners, which goes along with our mission of creating more financially independent families or more millionaires in this industry than any other company in history. We will promote and by this event, and you will see more millionaire residual income ring earners at this event being recognized than we did in the prior 3 years since we launched this company. And it will have happened in 3 months from the time, 4 months from the time that we made all of our enhancements in April 23rd, April 24th, of this year. And so, which is absolutely phenomenal. We've already picked up and had a ton of growth and momentum, which we just talked about. But this event is going to be something special. The other thing is you're going to get to meet a lot of our partners, providers and stuff, where we have exclusive relationships with these experts and these companies, these organizations that we've been able, because of what we do, because of the relationships I've been fortunate enough, Adamo, all of us have been fortunate enough to develop over the years, that we're able to provide these phenomenal experts at the price points that we're able to do that, or you couldn't afford to get one of these experts on the street for what we provide them to people to have all of them. And so you're going to get to meet these men and women, and they are absolutely incredible people. And so I can't wait for you to do that. You're also going to get to meet our corporate staff. We're going to have a lot of our corporate staff there. So the office is going to be shut down while we're there. You're going to get to meet my sister, Leisha, our chief operating officer. You'll get to meet Sonia Williams as well, who is our chief marketing officer, as well as, Danielle. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to mention our support staff's name. I do this all the time. But you're going to get to meet these incredible people that work so hard behind the scenes for you guys, and to make what you expect come to fruition, and from us. And so I'm excited about that. But the recognition, Dom, is going to be off the charts.
Off the charts.
Absolutely. I've seen some of the awards that we're getting, and oh my gosh, I'm just telling you guys. And we need to put out some qualifications and stuff too, Dom, for some of these things, because I will tell you, these are just, they're not your normal awards, so that you would see every place else. But go ahead, Dom.
Absolutely. No, I'm good. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about, we're going to put something out where we'll let everybody know what the awards that they can earn and what it takes to do it, because we won't say what you're going to receive doing it. You'll just know what it is, but trust me, you'll love what you receive. It's going to be powerful. One of the things that I love about our convention, this is our page. Great Martina, Britt Yelverton has put all the information on how to get to this page right here. But this is our national convention page. Is at the Mirage in Las Vegas, September 17th and 18th. But what I need to remind you, all those that have already registered and those that are registering now, here's what I need you to do. But those that have already registered, very important. Can you scroll down for me, Martina? Because there is a link down here in right where she's pointing out right there. You need to go there and click on that form, because that form needs to be completed in order for you to receive the recognition that you rightfully have earned. So Martina, click that so they can just kind of see what the page is there. It'll come to this, and there'll just be questions that you answer. You just go on and fill that out, and you answer the question at the very bottom. I think it says submit, and then you're good to go. So we just wanted you to see that there's a submit button, and you will be good to go, and we will get those forms. If you do not complete that, then you won't be recognized, and we unfortunately won't be able to happen. We will give you a cutoff date. I believe the cutoff date, we're trying to make it all the way to the end of August right now, so that's what we're going for. So I
think we said August 21st, Don.
I know, August 21st. I know, I'm trying to get us to the end of, but August 21st.
I know, yeah. August 21st is the deadline as of right now, guys.
Right.
Doesn't mean we may not extend that, but listen, waiting to the last minute is absolutely the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, it drives us crazy trying to get the awards, get them, because everything's customized. You don't just get an award without your name on it. It's not one of those kind of things. So we have to get it customized. So we have to have time. So that's why August 21st looks like it'll be the cutoff date to receive your recognition. So you want to go during that period. Brian, the cutoff there, I know the price is going to increase. Was that August 7th?
August 15th.
August 15th. Okay, the price will increase August 15th. So you want to get registered right now. Yeah. And here's the whole thing, because when we got started, we had kind of thought, well, we're going to have this particular size. Now we've had more requests. We've gotten a larger room, but we didn't have a chance to get even a bigger room. So this event is going to be packed. If it gets sold out, we can, there's nothing we can do about it when it sells out. So definitely get registered and get in there as quickly as you can. It's going to be a spectacular
event. The price will increase if we don't sell out before then. With the growth that we're having right now, there will be a price increase. And guys, just so you know, we don't make any money off of events. I won't say we lose money, because I think
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. That was a weird place to laugh, but I saw someone say their ring size. They were already on the comments, so I laughed. I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And we'll need that too, guys. And the cutoff for the ring will be by August 21st.
Yeah.
Because those are specially designed that with your name on them and the date and everything. So those have to be submitted by August 21st. So those of you that are close, I have no doubt you'll knock it out before August 21st, but we definitely need to know by then. So
absolutely. Something else that I know we haven't really talked about, it's kind of been there, but let's see if we can get everybody to see it and they can go look at it on their own. But you go to your back office and you look in your business center, I should say, you can just go and scroll across. You'll see where it says store. So Martina, if you could show us that, please. And it'll say store. You see where Martina's kind of scroll right there and it's in blue. It'll look like this, and then click on the brand merch. On the brand merch, you'll see an apparel shop, and if you scroll down, Martina, so they can kind of just see what's there. It's kind of broken down into different segments. There's a new shirt that we have that's coming out here. So Martina, if you scroll back up to the top and just click on men's, then you can scroll down. You can kind of scroll a little bit, Martina. You can see the different kind of varieties of shirts and T-shirts that are available. There's still some more to come. And then Martina, if you go back up, go to women's and kind of do the same thing for real quick. There's a lot of different designs, a lot of things that are available if you want to get your shirts ready for Vegas. And there's some new ones. You're going to see some new designs in there as well. There's some sports, I guess sporty kind of things that are there. And Martina, if you go over to, what is that? Bags. Yeah, there's bags. We have sweaters, you have hats, all kinds of little things. So you can kind of go check out the store on your own, get your stuff, be ready for Vegas. We're also going to have the store in Las Vegas, so you'll be able to see that as well, where you'll be able to get some of these items right in Las Vegas and make that happen. And here's just for our Spanish speakers, like the shirt, the t-shirt like that, it will be in Spanish. So it's going to be exciting. And so we're going to have some things. Just going to be a lot of fun for everything that we're doing. So I just tell you have to be there. It is a must. Some of our top, and then one of the other things that I love about these kind of events, Brian, is that they're going to be able to meet Brian Bean, who is really, I mean, a special. Not only did he go out, because when he set the record, when he did it in 3 months, before the record was 1 year. And he did it in 3 months under the old comp plan, where it took a lot more people than it does today. That's what's so exciting about our new comp plan, because when we were told everyone it was enhanced and it was so much better, now this one, the guest that we're going to bring up here in just a moment, is a living example of how fast the new comp plan can reward you. But Brian Bean did it in 3 months, but then he also did so many things to impact the company. So it is really special and rare air to be able to start being mentioned with his name. But then you're going to have, the Christy Howards, you're going to have the obviously the Gerald Parkers, and now I'm in trouble because I'm going to start missing names. But some of our greatest leaders are going to be there to be able to, that you're able to hear from, you're able to pick their brains. They're going to be sharing nuggets with you that are amazing. So I'm really, really excited about the event and what it's going to mean for not only our company. It really gives us a chance, Brian, because this will really be kind of our first national convention to really celebrate what is happening with MWR and the impact that it's making on so many people's lives.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you're right. This will be our first national convention that we've ever been able to do, because literally after we launched the company, it wasn't too long after that, we went into COVID.
Right.
And so then we didn't have any live meetings. Everything was online and Zooms. And then, I was excited that we were able to get together in April in Atlanta for a regional event. And so this is going to be phenomenal, and I'm excited for everybody to meet everybody, and it's going to be a great time. That's for sure. So another thing too, Dom, I mean, we showed the site, but guys, if you have not registered, because I just got a text message, tell them the site. You go to MakeWealthRealEvents.com. MakeWealthRealEvents.com is where you go to actually register for our national convention. Okay. And but it's going to be a fun time, Tom. So, and you can't help but have fun in Vegas.
Right.
And,
it's Vegas.
But I will tell you, the rule for Vegas will be broken, because what happens in Vegas won't stay in Vegas.
Right. That's MWR. That's how we roll in Vegas.
That's right. That's right.
So no, absolutely. So what I like to do then now, Brian, is why don't you kind of bring our special guest on? Because you said some things about him early. So why don't you bring our special guest on so we can talk with him a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, I'm going to say this. I've known this gentleman for a very short period of time. Dom, I know you and had a great relationship with him and stuff, but I'm thoroughly impressed. And I'm not just thoroughly impressed by his ability to build and grow an organization. I'm thoroughly impressed by his humility. And what I mean by that is that he has a servant's heart when it comes to leadership. And you can tell that. I was blessed to, and Dom was too, to be on a live with him and about 8 or 9 of his leaders in his organization that have already established themselves as leaders here, 4-star executives and above, that have done that in the same time period he's done this. The only difference between them not having a ring or being where he is, as he would say, I was just here before they were, but they're right on his heels. And I'm talking 8, 9 other incredible people that I know with his humility. One of the things I loved about him, and I recognized right from the beginning is that he gives a ton of credit to his team. He realizes the same as we realize as a company that none of this is possible without every single one of you guys. And he knows that, and he has a phenomenal group of leaders that are not just about themselves, but they're about developing other leaders. They're about becoming king and queen makers, as we like to call them, instead of just being kings and queens themselves. And I couldn't be prouder to be in business with this gentleman. And I'm going to read you something, Dom, because when he hit this, this was another thing. And I think loyalty doesn't get the amount of credit that it deserves a lot of times. And when he hit the millionaire residual income status, hit 2-star regional director, I immediately sent him a text congratulating him and telling him how proud I was of his success and what he's doing, and him and his team. And here's how he responded. He said, "Thank you so much for everything you have done for us. This is a dream come true. This is my passion, and I'll do network marketing the rest of my life. MWR Financial is now my home, and I'll be here forever. Thank you for protecting us and the company." And I just thought that spoke volumes for him to be here such a short period of time, to know our passion, our heart for what we're doing, know that we're committed to this long term. This is not a fly-by-night company or here today, gone tomorrow. We're here for the long haul, and we're building this as a legacy company. And you can't build a legacy company unless you have the commitment of leaders like the gentleman we're going to bring up. And that is our fastest millionaire residual income ring earner, 2-star regional director, and now our fastest 3-star regional director under our enhanced compensation plan, who's now earning $400 a month and who plans on being
per day,
yeah, $400 per day. And who plans on hitting 4-star regional director at $650 per day. All right, within the next week or so here. So him and his team are running like their hair is on fire right now. And guys, that is none other than Mr. Kevin Velasquez. Hey,
Kevin.
Thank you guys. I just got emotional. Thank you.
Oh, no. Well,
amazing.
Listen, Kevin, we're excited you're here, buddy. We're excited about the commitment you've made and you deciding to plant your flag here. And most importantly, I'm excited about the example of success that you have created, because we all know that once somebody has done something, it's like Brian Bean's record. Nobody ever thought Brian Bean's record would be broken, right, to get to millionaire residual income status. And then you come along and then you break that record. And then I'm sure there's somebody that's going to come along down the road that will break your record. But it's all in knowing that once that's been done, it no longer becomes just possible. It's now probable for those things to happen. And so I just want to commend you. I want to congratulate you. And I'm going to let Dom kind of pick your brain a little bit. He's going to ask you some questions. I may too. But is there anything you just want to share with everybody real quick before we kind of grill you a little bit? Because I know there are a lot of people that have a lot of questions that want to know more about who is Kevin Velasquez. So I'll turn it over to you, buddy.
I'm very excited to be here. ¿Cómo estamos los latinos? So comment in Spanish too, because we're bringing Spanish to MWR Financial. I'm very excited to be here, and this is just getting started. We have a lot of leaders that I know that they're gonna break every single record that we're setting right now, for sure, because they have a lot of experience and they're great leaders.
Awesome.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So Kevin, let's do this then. Why don't you tell everybody what's your background? Like, what were you doing before network marketing? What was your aspirations? And then what happened once you got started with network marketing, and what's led you to here?
I was a full-time mortgage banker for around 5 years. But before doing mortgages, I was going to be an actor. because I came to this country when I was almost 17 years old, and in Cuba I was doing acting and singing. And when I turned 18, that was the first time that network marketing knocked on my door. And I was like, yeah, definitely I'm not going to be an actor. I think I'm going to do network marketing the rest of my life. But that story changed within the first network marketing company that I was doing, because
Sure.
I thought it was my passion. And then I find out that I wanted to do mortgages, and I stayed like a full-time loan officer for 5 years.
Well, you know what, Kevin? My background was mortgage lending for 18 years, and I never ever thought I was going to be in network marketing. And then look where we are, where we wound up. So, Kevin, now, so how long has it been since you've been in network marketing?
So I started the first company, which is the oldest network marketing company in the world, when I was 18. I was in high school, and I was in that company for 2 years and a half. And I hit it the equivalent level as executive director, 4 stars here in this compensation plan. Okay. And I left, and I said to me that I would never again do network marketing, never, because I was devastated. I didn't like the leadership that I was surrounded to, and I left network marketing for almost 5 years and a half. And then 2020 hit it. And in November of 2020, I find out a different company, because I didn't know that you could like distribute financial services in network marketing. I didn't know about that. Only I knew about insurance, but not this kind of financial services. Mm-hmm. I started in that company. And 1 year ago, like today, July of 2021, I was the equivalent level as a executive director of 3 stars. So in reality, I've been doing network marketing professionally for 1 year. Basically.
Got you. Well, no, that's exciting. So then what is it about MWR? Because I know you saw it, and it's funny when I've been trying to talk to you, but you had a different direction, and I love the focus. But then when we finally spoke, man, you were grilling me like I was the worst person on the planet, because you're like, what about this? Does it do this? And you were, so I didn't even think you were going to join even then. I didn't think you were going to join. But when you finally said yes, what was interesting about that conversation was you were, and it reminds me of just some of our other great leaders. They have this trait, Brian. It's a trait that they have in them. They're not just asking the questions for them, because they know they can come in and do whatever they need to do if that's what they want to do. They're looking at a broader perspective. They're looking at the people they lead, because they take it very seriously. I remember Brian Bean was the same way. He had certain questions that I knew he was asking beyond just for him. He was trying to see if the people that he brought here could succeed. And you kind of had that same sort of environment, but because you were a little bit scabbed and battered a little bit, you were more So what is it about MWR, and now that when you saw it, and now that you're here, what is it about it that you said, hey, I'm planting my flag here, and you wrote such an incredible letter to our great CEO and founder, Mr. Brian House? What is MWR? What kind of, to let everybody know why that's happened for you?
For me, a game changer was that we're not only credit restoration. We're more than credit. So when I saw that all the services that the company offers, and something that really captured my attention and changed my mind completely, was the compensation plan. Because let me tell you, I've never seen a compensation plan better than the one that we have here in MWR. And I mean, it's not that I stayed doing network marketing for 10 years, but I've known the industry. And I was always open to listen to compensation plans and services. But I mean, this was the first time in my life that I've seen a compensation plan like this one, and also with the services that we offer, that in reality you're giving value to our customers and associates, right? And that changed, I mean, the game completely. And also something that I liked about you specifically is that you said that we don't pay leaders to come on board, because you guys believe that if you can do it once, if you're a leader, and that's a big challenge in our industry, if you do it once, can you do it again? And that changed the game like completely. I was like, oh no, wait a minute. If Brian Bean's at a certain level, it's because he built that level. It's not that they pay him to come on board. yeah, and the environment and Mr. Thompson, you know that your leadership and you're always like on top of everything and yeah, I love the environment that you guys have in MWR.
Okay. No, that's outstanding. Brian, do you have something for him?
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in, and I just wanted to say, Kevin, there's so many people. I'm looking at all the comments that are congratulating you, including, and this is one of the things I love about our company, is that there's no egos here when it comes to our leadership. And, you know, I'm looking at Brian Bean, who was our fastest and who is our top money earner, still is our top money earner. I'm looking at Terrence Hawkins, who, awesome stuff. Congratulations. Who is our first millionaire residual income ring earner. You know, Christy Howard, our first female residual income ring earner, and so many more. But, you know, on top of that, all the field. But, you know, all of these leaders, they respect what you've done so much because they know your example of success will do nothing but fuel the growth of their organizations by showing people what is probable if they put in the effort. And so I just wanted to share that with you because I love that we have a leadership. It's like you were talking to Gerald and you guys are coordinating stuff because they're doing an event, him and his team, in Orlando on August 6th. And the great thing is with our company, with the leadership that we have, you guys can work together. You can send people to different events. You know that they're going to be taken care of properly. You know that you're going to be credited with those people. Nobody's going to be trying to steal the people that you bring or that you send to an event, and that everybody works together for the good of their organizations and the entire company. And so, you've already made a huge impact, Kevin. You've already made a huge impact, even in the short time that you've been here. And I know it's absolutely just the beginning because I see it every day. I can't look in our back office without seeing your name or your team's name mentioned on every page, and which is phenomenal stuff. So, but Dom, you got anything?
Yeah, well, I got just one other thing real quickly because I thought this would be good. So, normally we would have some of our top leaders and you could talk with them, but since Gerald, you're in the field, Gerald, come on up. Martine, if you could bring Gerald back to the stage here, and let's see what Gerald has. Let's see Gerald ask him a question because there's one field leader to another.
Yeah.
So I know Martina's like, what? I wasn't expecting to do that. There you go. Okay. Look at him. And Gerald's looking so good. I mean, I'm like, man, I should have worn my suit and tie.
Hey, but I've been forced to step up my game. I'm telling you.
I know you have some serious leaders on your team. So Gerald, you're seeing this. You guys are in different organizations, but you're seeing this. What would you want to, as a field leader, and you're out there building, you're helping your team grow, you're doing an amazing job. What is it that you'd want to ask Kevin about?
Well, I mean, with the pace that he's going, what he's been able to do in such a short period of time, this guy's why has to be big, right? So how do you teach that to your people to get them to understand what is possible? But again, I've always heard if the goals are big enough, the facts don't count. So nothing slows you down if you want a thing bad enough. And you found MWR as a vehicle to get you there. So how do you pour that into people and get them to understand what's possible?
So in reality, I trust all the services. So in reality, in the past company that we were representing, we only had credit restoration, credit repair, and I know that that's a life changer. But now with these other services, like you can change the financial future for a person. So I believe in the services that we offer. But let me tell you, I used to do finances, and I'm all about the numbers. And this compensation plan, it's the best of the best. So we're focusing in like building and also I've read some books about network marketing, and yeah, we can have a huge organization, but if we don't have customers, your organization is not going to make a lot of money. So we're very focused on building a huge organization, but also distributing the services that we offer, so that we can help more people.
No, that's outstanding. So with that, because you actually led me to somewhere I was going to go at the end, and let's just leave with this. Last question I have for you is, what goals do you want to accomplish here in MWR Financial, say over the next 24 or next say over the next year. I won't get too big for you, but over the next year. And then what do you want to see for the people that are not only in your organization, but for some of the other people who really take the charge to go get beyond their comfort zone, go really be a crusader and sharing this great news that is MWR? What do you want and what do you see for them?
Hey, hold on, Kevin, before you answer that, I'm going to jump in. Kevin and I have already had a little discussion about this.
I know.
Okay. And so I don't think it's a year. I think it's for something by the end of the year. But
right.
I'll let you spill the beans.
I mean, I want to see my people hit the top. I want to see my people make money, more money than they have ever done in the network marketing industry. And also right now you guys are seeing my name and all these stars, but I'm not the best. I have the best leaders in this industry, so I can assure you that you'll see those records be like that. They're gonna hit every single level. And what I wish to have in the future, the biggest, not the biggest organization, but the organization with the most regional directors and above. That's what I want for my people. And I can assure you that maybe I'm not gonna be the fastest to get to the top, but for sure I'm gonna have a lot of people getting faster than me to the top, for sure.
That's that kingmaker in him. So I love that. Right. So I'm going to do this for you because you've been doing everything in English. And I know that's not always the easiest thing, Kevin. But why don't you say something to the Latinos that are just listening? They don't know half of what we've been saying so far. Although if they were on the other line, they could hear the interpretation. But just say something to the Latinos and Latinas that are all throughout MWR, because I will tell you, Maria Reyes was the one who told us, please, she fought for it like you can't believe, to really set the stage for the Latino community. And she lived up to what she said she was going to do. And that's why we had the platform for you to be able to run on. So what would you like to say to the Latinos and Latinas out there in MWR?
Familia, yo estoy extremadamente feliz de pertenecer a esta compañía. Estoy súper feliz de todo lo que está logrando la comunidad latina en MWR. Y esto solamente demuestra, familia, que lo imposible solamente cuesta un poco más, y derrotados son solamente aquellos que se rajan y dejan de luchar por sus sueños. No paren de creer en sus sueños, crean realmente en los servicios que nosotros ofrecemos y crean de verdad de que MWR puede hacer de que sus sueños sean realmente realidad con esta plataforma. Y lo más difícil es que nunca dejen de creer en su gente, porque si tú crees en una persona, tú puedes sacar lo mejor de ella. Y eso es lo que nosotros hacemos en el network marketing como líder, sacar lo mejor de cada una de nuestra gente. Muchísimas gracias a todos. Se les quiere.
Outstanding. My daughter's flying in from back home from Madrid, so I'm going to ask her what you said tonight when she finally gets home. But man, I'm just super excited about what you've done, your spirit, the way you've led. You've had that servant leadership. That's what I love about you, Kevin. And we want it, and it's interesting. Brian and I, we talk about it all the time. There's an anointing on this company. It was led from a spirit of where Brian was called to do something, and he's done that, and he's answered that call, and he's been integral with that answer and with that call. So I really truly believe there's an anointing on our company. The people that are supposed to be here are here, and they're continuing to come. So thank you for what you're bringing in. I look forward to what you're going to do in the future. Can't wait to actually be in person with you in Las Vegas. I know you're going to come with a big team. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, and Gerald, you're on the line here. Kevin thinks he's going to bring the biggest team to the convention. See, he's shaking his head. Yes, but Gerald, I know you were a competitor. I mean, you were that close away from getting into the NFL. You were a competitor, Gerald. I know that's not. Are you gonna let Kevin, a young gun, come in here and just
Hey, Kev, I love you like a brother, but you won't get this one. No, sir. We will have the biggest team in Las Vegas, my friend.
You haven't seen the Latino power yet.
Oh. Hey, I know some other leaders that are on here going, yeah, right.
Right.
So,
I know. Brian just said, Brian said, well, what? Christy and Charles and Chuck Hart and Shantiel and Terrence. Wait, what? Oh, okay, it's on. So we'll see. We're going to see who and Brian, you and I were on stage. We're going to find out. We're going to let them know who actually did it. So we'll see if we're just talking.
Hey, hold on. We may have to have an award, a leadership award for who has the most there.
You know what? And we could do something pretty special for it's like a team award, and they could pass it around each of to their teams. But a leadership award for having them. You know what? You just created a new category.
There you go. I'm loving David Carl Osborne. He says MWR schmack. You know, we get on here and leaders are talking schmack. You know?
Right. That's what we're doing. I love it. I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was awesome. Brian, I'm going to turn it back to you. Thank you so much, Kevin. Continue to lead from the front. We appreciate you big time.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, Kevin. We appreciate you. And listen, I know, again, this is just the beginning, not just for you, but so many other leaders that are listening in right now that are a part of your team, that are part of Gerald's team, all of our leaders' team, Brian's and Christie's and Terrence's. And again, I'm going to get in trouble because here we go, start mentioning names. But guys, this is just the beginning. We are right now in what is typically considered a slow period for network marketing. This is the summer months, and we're breaking records. We're breaking records in the summer months when it's typically slow. All right. There's nothing slow about what we're doing. This business is absolutely built for speed. It's been proven, not just by Kevin, but by over 466 people that have rank advanced in just the last 45 days. But the other thing I want you to know before we go, is that there has never been a bigger need for what MWR offers, MWR Financial offers, than right now. And that need is not going to go away anytime soon. When you can provide the solutions to the challenges in people's lives, you stand to profit from it, but you also get to lay your head down at night knowing that you did something good for your fellow man or woman. Okay. And so I'm excited about where we are, but I am even more excited about where we're going, because this is just the beginning. So with that, guys, let's go knock it out of the park the rest of the week. Keep doing what you're doing. If you need anything from us, we're here to support you. We work for you. You don't work for us. Okay. Just know that. And we love you guys, appreciate you, and hope everybody has a phenomenal week. Kevin, thank you again. And Damo, thank you. Gerald, appreciate you. All the leaders that are on here, all the kind words everybody had to say. Have a great night. Have a great rest of the week, guys. Bye-bye.